Hi, Scrapping Gals here. So today we're going to show you how to make these lovely glittered flowers using the Heartfelt Creations dies and stamps. This is the one we're actually going to be using today. It's the Sun-Kissed Floor. And then we have the stamp and the die. Just to show you, these are some other patterns that they have. This one is the Tattered Blossoms. This is Arianna Blooms. This is Delicate Asters. Classic Sunflower. And Blazing Poppy. There's a lot more. They have a ton of them, but this is the ones that we bought when we were at the Scrapbook Expo. So we'll be right back to show you how to make them. So the first thing you're going to want to do is put your stamp onto a stamp block, and then I'm going to use the Stays On purple ink it up, and then I'm using a foam stamp pad underneath. And then what we're going to need to do is line up the cutting plate with the stamps that we just did, and then tape it on. That looks pretty good. So once you have your die attached to your page with the stamps, you're going to run it through a cutting machine and just sandwich it in between with your plates. And then when you open it up, you're going to peel off the tape. And you'll be left with all your little flower pieces. And then we'll show you how to assemble them. So what you want to do is figure out how many layers you want to use. You don't have to use every single one of them. So you can just pick and say, okay, that's enough and that's all you want to do. Or if you want, you can keep layering and add even more. It just depends how much detail you want. So the next thing you want to do is you want to go ahead and ink the edges. So we're just using the Quick Quotes Powder Puff inks. And you want to just go around the edges of your flower. And it doesn't have to be perfect. If it gets up in the middle, it's fine. It's still going to look really pretty when you're done. Okay, so we'll be right back after we finish inking all of them. So I decided to go with 4 pieces, and I went with graduated ones so that they'll get smaller and smaller. You can do them with the same size on top of the same size. They actually did a lot of that in the class. Also, I decided to do 2 of them a lot darker and 2 of them a little lighter. And we bought this at the Scrapbook Expo because we didn't have anything to shape our flowers, and it's a nice little kit. It comes with a mat, it comes with all these tips including a piercer, and then the stylus is magnetized. So Alyssa's going to show you how to shape your flowers.
So to shape the flowers, I picked these two tips, one a little bit bigger for the bigger flowers and one smaller for the smaller ones. And what you want to do first is take a flower and turn it over and then mist it just once with water, and then place it on the mat and just go from the base to the tip and back. And you want to press fairly hard, but not so hard where it rips, and you want to just get it to curve kind of like that. And you just have to do that to every single petal. And then once you have the flower all curled, you put it down on your mat and take the biggest tip that you have and place it in the middle of the flower and press down. And it'll lift the petals up to make it look more full. And I'm going to do that to all of the flowers, and then we'll be back. So now that we got them shaped, we can go ahead and assemble them. And this is glue that we bought there. It dries really fast and it works pretty good. So you just take your flowers and you'll stagger them, kind of like that when you glue them. So we'll go ahead and do that. And you don't need that much glue, just a little bit. And then I use this tool to press it down so the glue holds together. And there you go. So now we'll just do some finishing touches once it dries.
So now that the flower is dry, we want to give it a little bit of bling. So I'm going to use the Wink of Stella. And it's a pen, I'm using the clear, and it puts a little bit of glitter onto it. So I'm just going to touch the tips of it. Maybe go a little bit down like on some of the veins. So I'll go ahead and I'll do all that, and I'll be right back to put the final touch. So now that I have all the glitter on it, I'm gonna put a centerpiece in. Now if you don't have the Wink of Stella, what you can use is the same glue that we used. It has a very fine tip right here. So it has a very fine tip. And what you can do is you can just put little lines of glue over your flower. Just make really thin lines, and then just use any kind of glitter. It can be, you know, white, clear, silver, and you can use that to decorate your flower. And then what I want to do is I was just going to use, this is from Queen & Company, some gems, and I was just going to put one in the center. And there you go, there's your completed flower. So that's it for this tutorial. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you the next time. Bye!